what's up? This is Mike here at Real Comics, and this is your sneak peek of the books that will be released this Wednesday, July 17th. And yeah, let's just get started, why not? As usual, we always begin with DC. Throw them a bone every now and then, actually once a week, to at least let them go first in some aspects, right? So this week we start off with Aquaman, which hits a milestone. This is issue number 50, and it also happens to coincide with the Year of the Villain. This is the offer. Here is the regular cover, and then this is the cardstock variant featuring Black Manta, a villain that was sorely misused but accurately represented. I did like the look. I just didn't like the way he was portrayed as the villain, at least as far as certain aspects of it, but I'm not going to get into that. Let's move on and go on to another milestone here. This is Batman number 75, and this, it does say Year of the Villain, the offer, but it also begins, I guess, what is considered to be the final, I think, storyline as far as Tom King is concerned with Batman, City of Bane, and I believe this is a culmination of where the past 75 issues have led up to. And of course, everybody that reads Batman knows that Bane has been the mastermind behind everything. And, well, this is where we are right now. This is the regular cover. And here is Bane's beautiful visage on the cardstock variant edition. Up next is Collapser number 1. This is the variant cover by Nick Darrington. And Collapser, for those who might not know, is written by Gerard Way's brother Mikey. And this is the regular cover right there. And for now, this, I can't see. I do see the Young Animal denotation up there, but I do not see Vertigo. I could be wrong, but yeah, well, we all know what happened to Vertigo. So we'll just leave it at that, right? Justice League number 28 is up next. And again, this is another Year of the Villain crossover, tie-in, whatever you want to say. And there we see Lex Luthor in his new visage, his new form, Apex Predator. That's the regular cover right there. And here is the Dodson cardstock. Actually, no, it doesn't say cardstock. It just says regular. So I'm assuming this is just the regular old variant edition of Justice League number 28, like we were accustomed to. No cardstock, no extra $1 for cardstock cover. Up next, we have continuing Sandman, the Sandman universe side of. Does that say? Hey, it does say Vertigo. This is Lucifer number 10. Nightwing number 62 is up next with a Year of the Villain. This is the regular cover, and here is the cardstock variant featuring, I guess it's just a random. I don't think that's Talon. If it is, it's Talon. If it's not, then it's just a regular member of the Court of the Owls. Don't know, don't care. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 1 is up next. Now there are 2 covers to this, but unfortunately they had both of the covers were the same, and unfortunately, see, like I clicked over to the other cover. This is the regular cover, and here's the variant cover. I meant to go try to find the variant cover, but I couldn't, and I'm like, you know what? It should really be here. Like, you know, I mean, we shouldn't have to go trolling like the internet for things, you know, used to promote the merchandise, but whatever. Teen Titans number 32 is up next. A Year of the Villains tie-in. Here's cover A, and here's cover B, which happens to be a cardstock cover featuring the main man on there. And I believe this is Alex Gardner who did the variant right there. Teen Titans Go number 35 is up next. I don't know what the last issue will be, but I just know that it's ridiculous that this was one of the books that they canceled. And last but not least, we have Wonder Woman. This is Come Back to Me number 1, which essentially is the footage, the material that DC did for books that are at a chain store across the country that shall remain nameless, that begins with the letter W and has a little asterisk in between. And yeah, that's a collection of material, kind of like the Batman and the Superman issues that have come out. The Batman was by Bendis, and the Superman was by Tom King, because comic book stores wouldn't be interested in getting any material, non-Batman material by Tom King, so just put it out in other stores. Why the hell not? And lastly, this is the DC Gallery. This is Batman. Clearly, obviously, this is Batman. This is the comic PVC figure, is how they have it listed there. Up next, we have some Marvel for you here. This one is, thankfully, the age of X-Man Omega, which means that this is the end. We are done with this. Stick a fork in it. Let's get Jonathan Hickman in here, and please save the X-Men. Yes. Let's see. Did it go? There it goes. Okay. Up next is Captain Marvel, number 8. The less said about this, the better. Daredevil. Now, this is a candidate for cover of the week. I don't know why I dig this cover, but this is a Chip Zdarsky cover, and this is for Daredevil number 8. Deadpool number 15, excuse me, is also out this week. I don't know who did this one, but it's kind of cool. It wouldn't be cover of the week, but it's cool. Domino Hot Shots. This is the final issue of Hot Shots, and hopefully Domino will have another series. I'm expecting, keeping my fingers crossed for an announcement at the end of this issue, saying that she'll have another miniseries or something done by the current team, which is Gail Simone and David Baldeon. Baldeon, I think is how to say his name. Giant Size X-Men number 1 gets the facsimile edition treatment right here, and I believe this one's going to be $4.99, not $3.99, which is the regular price. I always say to customers that look at it, I'm like, it's funny, they facsimile everything, the ads, the letter column, all the bullpen stuff, but they don't facsimile the price. I mean, you get these old-ass ads, and I wonder if, some of these places are getting mail because people who might not know, hey, I want, 125 soldiers for $1, or I want to get all this magic stuff, and they're like, no. Their hopes and dreams are crushed by, we haven't been in business since the 70s, man. I don't know what you're talking about. That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. But yeah, I note how the price isn't facsimiled, unlike everything else. Immortal Hulk, number 21, is right here. And I believe it's ending with number 22, maybe? Or the first volume is done, and then they're going to do something else. I was reading, I have to pay attention to Bleeding Cool, unless it's something drastically important. Like, when they do stuff like this, it's like, okay, it's just another volume. They just want to put another number 1 out there, blah, 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 whatever. But, as long as Al Ewing continues to do it, and Joe Bennett, actually, let's keep him on there, too, I'm okay with it. Invaders, number 7, sees Iron Man guest starring right there on the cover. Loki gets a new number 1, and that is it right there, believe it or not. Look at that. He is alive. For those of you that thought his dad swallowed him in War of the Realms, or ate him, guess not. Punisher, annual, number 1. Read it. Cool cover right there. Dig it. Secret Warps continues with Ghost Panther annual, number 1. And Donny Cates and Tradd Moore's Silver Surfer Black, number 2. There are 3 more to go. Is up next. Right there. Awesome. Spider-Man City at War, number 5, the penultimate of this 6-issue miniseries, drops this Wednesday, as does Spider-Man the Excellent, let me get my adjective straight, the Excellent Spider-Man Life Story number 5, the penultimate issue of this 6-issue miniseries, drops. We are in the, I believe they call it the aughts, which is the 2000s, from 2000 to 2009, and yeah, it's been an excellent series. We also have Star Wars Dr. Aphra, number 34, right there. Another gorgeous Ashley Witter cover. Star Wars TIE Fighter number 5, also a penultimate issue right there. I wonder if Tommy Lee Edwards did this cover. I don't know, but it does look cool. Superior Spider-Man number 9 is up next. And that looked like Norman Osborn on the cover right there. True Believers number 1 takes us into the first issue of Absolute Carnage. Oh, sorry. My bad. I was reading the description. Takes us into the first issue of Maximum Carnage with Spider-Man Unlimited. And this right here is connected to the Absolute Carnage. They do the little theme things when there's a series or a title or a bunch of characters that are getting that they want to highlight. And of course, since Absolute Carnage is going to be coming out pretty soon, here we go. Here's all the carnage you could possibly want. And here's another one here. This is Savage Rebirth. Now, I normally do write down the original issue, but I didn't do it for this, so you'll just have to drop $1 and find out what, or where, I should say, this came from. Uncanny X-Men is next, and this is issue number 22, which is the final Uncanny X-Men issue before the reign of Jonathan Hickman starts, and I'm hoping that this goes out on a good note. I did read something about them crapping all over Scott again, and that's really going to piss me off. So, hoping that's not true. I will save. I will hold my reservations for Wednesday and to see exactly what happens. Here we go. The Unstoppable Wasp, number 10. Clearly, she's unstoppable because a couple broadcasts back, I did say that was the final issue. But here we are, number 10, so I won't say that anymore. And also at number 10 is X-Force right there. No idea how this ties into Age of X-Man, but I can tell you it's a number 10, and it will be coming out on Wednesday. As always, Marvel will have some variants for those of you that do play the speculation game, or just kind of like the art, because they do save some of the best art for the variant covers. Now, granted, that isn't to say that there aren't regular covers with excellent art on there either, but it's more often that they hook buyers with the it's marketing 101. So here is Age of X-Man Omega number 1. This is the Willis Portacio variant cover. Here is the Lee Carnageized Captain Marvel number 8 variant. Here is the Garbett Carnageized variant for Deadpool. I'm getting ahead of myself. Daredevil number 8. And here is the Scotty Young Carnageized variant for Deadpool number 15. Immortal Hulk gets treated to a second printing. This is issue number 19. And Joe Bennett did the cover right there. Also getting the second printing treatment is Incredible Hulk Last Call number 1. This is the art here apparently is by Dale Keown on the cover. Loki number 1 is Carnageized by Will Sliney, and Miles Morales Spider-Man number 6 sees a second printing as well. Here is the John Tyler Christopher connecting variant for Punisher Annual number 1. And here is Carlos Pacheco connecting variant for Secret Warp's Ghost Panther Annual number 1. Silver Surfer gets a really cool second printing. Oh, sorry, no, my bad. This is the third printing for Black number 1, Trad Moore. And I really like this cover. Really cool. And here is number 2's Ron Lim variant. Then we get a second printing for Spider-Man Life Story number 4, as well as a second printing for Symbiote Spider-Man number 3. Jay Anelstedo, I believe that's how you say his last name, handles the Carnageized variant for Uncanny X-Men number 22. And Venom number 15 gets a second printing Coelho variant. War of the Realms also gets a second printing by Russell Dowderman. This is for issue number 4. And now, this is a cool cover. This is a really cool cover. And it also almost makes me think that that's not really Russell Dowderman, but I have not finished reading War of the Realms yet, so I don't know what happens in number 4, because usually what they do is they'll take a panel and they'll put it on the cover, and that's what I think this is, but I don't know. It just, the art style looks different. But I don't know. If you know, please feel free to comment. Absolutely. And here is the second printing for War of the Realms number 5 right here. And this is supposedly Russell Dowderman also. Now, mind you, Russell Dowderman handled the interior art, so perhaps that's what the listing said. I don't know. But, okay, last but not least, we have some independents to go through. First of all, we see a Blade Runner 2019... Oh, solo home run. 2019. Right here. This is issue number 1 by Titan Comics. And this is the Art Germ cover, which is the only one that I ordered. Archie's Blossoms 666, number 5. Oh, it's the final issue. That was pretty quick, to be honest with you. Laura Braga does the cover here. And this is, I forget his first name, but it's Gorham who does this cover. This is cover B. And lastly, Patrick Zurcher does cover C. Here is the second issue of Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The second of 3 issues. And contrary to what you're seeing on the screen right now, it will not be a coloring variant. Okay, there will be color, as it says there, and I believe the bottom right-hand side, not final art. So, okay. This right here, I had to think about it. This is my cover of the week. This is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This is number 7. This is cover A by Lucio Parillo. And I just dig this cover. I really... He makes Elvira look Hispanic right here. I love it. The colors, the shading, the skin... It's just all of it. All of it is incredible. And I think that is one of the... I think that might be the cover that I ordered, because there were like 3 or 4. Dynamite always does like 4 or 5 covers, not counting the variant covers. I'm talking about like regular covers, like, because they also do regular variants and then the premium variants. And this is one of the... That was one of the regular variants here. Faithless number 4 is up next. This is the Paul Pope cover A, and here is the Jenny Frison cover B. And this is also the penultimate issue for Faithless. Ghost Tree, number 4, is up next. This is cover A by Gane. I hope that's how you say his name. Gideon Falls, number 15, is up next. This is the Andrea Sorrentino cover, cover A. And here's cover B by Kristantina. I hope that's how I say the last name. I don't know what the first name is, nor do I know if it's a male or a female. All I know is that they were responsible for giving us the art for cover B of Gideon Falls, number 15. Here is Invader Zim, number 45, cover A, and cover B. Jughead Hunger versus Vampironica, number 3. Here is cover A by Pat and Tim Kennedy. Here is cover B by Dan Panosian, and cover C by Kat Staggs. Here's Jughead Time Police, number 2, by Erica Henderson, and here is cover C by Tito Pena. Lady Mechanica, Sangre, number 2. So you thought last names were only things I mangled? Number 2 of 5. This is one of the covers. This because they do it in main and mix variant ratios. I don't know how they decide that, but there's cover A, and here is cover B. Little Bird, number 5. This is the final issue of this 5-issue miniseries right there. Mary Shelley, Monster Hunter, number 4, is up next, as well as the penultimate issue of Neon Future, number 5 of 6. Here's cover A, and there's cover B. Up next is an annual event, the releasing of the Overstreet comic book price guide. This is the hardcover version It's volume number 49, and it features the Batman Rogues gallery on the front there. And I'm sad to say I don't know who did it. The art there, it looks kind of like Tony Daniel-esque. Could also be Brett Booth-esque. I don't know exactly who it is, but I do know it's hardcover, and it will be in on Wednesday. Quiet Kind, One Shot, is up next, followed by Sonata, number 2. This is cover A, and this is cover B. Both issues, both covers rather, of number 1 sold quite well. Better than I thought. I don't know if it could be because it was a number 1 thing or people actually liked it, but the art was really good inside, and I don't know what the story is like because I haven't read it yet. But I did thumb through it, and I was impressed by the art. Hence the reason I ordered so many. Transformers Ghostbusters number 2 is up next. This is cover A right there, which is the only one that I did order. And last but not least, as far as independents are concerned, or independent comics I should say, is Usagi Yojimbo, and this is issue number 2, and I believe there's only 1 cover, and it's by Stan Sakai. Oh, and last but not least, I know I say that a lot, but here is the absolute final categorization, because I hit minute number 21. I'm gonna do some pops here. This right here is clearly Professor Hulk, although it doesn't have it as that. It has it as Marvel Avengers Endgame Hulk, 6-inch vinyl figure right there. It's nice to get the pop figures 2 months after the movie comes out. That's awesome. Here is Rescue, also known as Pepper Potts. And then we have Thor, the dude Thor. And from Spider-Man Far From Home, Mysterio, with the fishbowl head. Under the Pop Rocks category, we have the Police. This is Sting right there. I don't know if I got Andy. I think I did, and Stewart. I'm not sure. Also, I don't know if it's going to float like a butterfly or sting like a bee, but this is Muhammad Ali. And this is the Pop Sports, the latest in Pop Sports. And to end this week's look at New Comic Book Day releases, we have Abed, Troy already came out, Jeff, and Shirley from Community, from one of the greatest television shows ever aired on network broadcast television. And that, my friends, is it. I thank you for watching this kind of long-winded video. If you've made it to minute 23, which we are about to hit shortly, then I thank you very much. And I would like to give you some bonus stock tips, or maybe the winning Powerball numbers, but unfortunately I don't know them. But if I did, I definitely would share. So all I can do is say thank you for watching. If you're watching me on YouTube, then please subscribe, and there is a little bell thingy there. Hit that to be notified when I do upload the videos. You will know. And if I ever get off my ass and decide to do another video that's unrelated to New Comic Book Day releases, then you'll know that too. If you've been watching me on Facebook, thank you very much. Please consider liking and sharing this. That way more people can see it. And you will have my eternal gratitude. And I hope that this has been helpful and that you guys have a great New Comic Book Day. Take care.